20% in Tamil Nadu. 20% scheduled caste. 19 plus 1. 1 for scheduled tribes, 19 for scheduled caste. But if you break Devendra, a separate category. If you break Arundadiyar, a separate category. Arundadiyar can say that we are 3%, only 3%. They are getting reservations, only 3% in education and employment. But if you say in Tamil Nadu, we are 18 or 20, like that, we can say. So this is a numerical strength. 18 is a force. We can play with that number. We are 18%. Across the country, we have more than 30 crores. A very big mass, national level. But if you break these people in the name of caste into pieces, Mala, Malika, Mang, Maha, like this, you cannot join in future. You cannot raise the voice boldly. You will not take your, you cannot bring Ambedkar as our identity in future. Because if you go through this like this, breaking the unity of our values, we will find our local leaders for our identity. This is identity politics. So Devendra found their leader, Emmanuel Sera. They don't want to say that Ambedkar is our leader. Arundadiyar wants to identify that we have another leader, local leader, like that. So if you go each and every state, definitely you will lose Ambedkar icon. No need of Ambedkar in future if you break communities like this. The pariahs are bringing their own identity. They don't want to bring Ambedkar's identity. They are telling Rettamali Srinivasan is our leader. Rettamali Srinivasan is one of the contemporary of Dr. B. Ambedkar, who attended round table conference in 1930, 31, 32, and was a very senior leader. Then Ambedkar. He started Dravidian Mahajan Sabha, Adi Dravidian Paraya Mahajan Sabha in 1981. Ambedkar born on 1891. He started his movement in 1891. He was a senior leader. So the Paraya sections, one of the past in Tamil Nadu, recognizing or telling that Rattamali Srinivasan is our leader. If we go like this, we will not identity of Dr. Ambedkar in future. We will lose this identity. So it is very dangerous. Before 10 years or 15 years, we were in one dais. All the Dalit leaders, separate identity. Even though they have separate identity, we were in one dais that we are Dalit leaders. Now it is not possible. Within 10-15 years, Sangh Parivars did this kind of agenda. They split it into 3-4 pieces. So this is happened in the Supreme Court. They are telling you have to subclassify the people, group of castes. Arundadiyar 7 communities, one group. Devendra Velalar from Tamil Nadu, 7 communities, 7 castes, one group. Rest of these 2 categories, nearly about 70 communities are there. 60, total 74, 40, 60 castes are there, including Parayas and Adi Dravidas. Now the Parayas asking, we need separate identity. You make separate group, you give separate reservation for us. At the time of DMK regime, Mr. Karunanidhi was Chief Minister. He invited our leaders, basic leaders, me and one Mr. Ravi Kumar, General Secretary of our party, met Karnataka. He asked about some quota for Arundhati. In principle, we agree. That is very essential. You have to analyze, make it a percentage how they are living here. We can give them as per their population. This is our reply. So after our meeting, he organized one all-party meeting in the secretariat. Many left leaders and many party leaders have attended. Some Dalit leaders, except me, all the Dalit leaders splitting originally. So they are in principle, I said, no, we are supporting your ambition. You please think about it and consider their request. They are suffering a lot. They cannot compete with Parayar community and Devendra Upadhyaya community. So you have to consider. So after that they announced their commission, the Northern Justice Janardhan Committee. They gave recommendations to give separate reservation for Arundhati. That is called Ulvarikil now. But no subcategorization. This is not subclassification. They have given separate, but within the 18%, they can compete again. They, on priority based, Arundhati can get their rights 3%. Even though even they are getting 3% separately, they can compete the rest of the 15% also. This is the setup in Tamil Nadu. This is going on. But in Andhra Pradesh and Punjab, in other states, not like that. That is, they divided into 3, 4 groups, A group, B group, C group, like that. Under one group, there are many castes. Under one group, there are many castes. They are giving separate. They divided into 3. 15% into 3. Now Supreme Court observed this case, it is correct. You go ahead. So each and every state has the power to do the right thing. What is our objection? We filed one review petition in the Supreme Court. You should not give this power to the state government. Already our constitution has provision that union government have the power, right to do any alterations regarding scheduled caste. Any alterations, inclusion or exclusion, regarding reservation, any alterations, any corrections, any inclusion, any exclusion, you have to bring this issue to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha with the support of both Sabha only. You can decide, and the President of India will approve. This is the process.
What is the status of the review petition you filed?
Dismissed. This is a usual thing. We know it. Already we know it.
Then
because of the same judges, the same bench.
There is a curative.
Huh?
Now curative.
Now?
Curative petition. No.
Now there is no scope.
No scope. But anyone can go for appeal. Appeal is different from review. So this is seven judges bench. You can go the larger bench. That is appeal. We file only review. Our point, this power should not with state governments, because in the state level, caste-oriented forces, caste-oriented political parties are there. For their political gain, whatever they can do it against the in future. So you bring this issue to the union government in both houses. So this is the provision, already is there in the constitution. So local high court of Andhra Pradesh dismissed this separate subquota categorization, group A, group B, like this. It's unconstitutional, they mentioned. But in appeal, it went five judges bench, then 7 judges bench. doubt and our fear that this is Sangh Parivar's agenda. They want to split each and every caste. They don't want to consolidate in the name of Ambedkar. They don't want this kind of force across the country. So they are doing like this through judiciary. So this is very dangerous one. Our Mayadi and other popular leaders, I met Mr. Ramdas Advani and we met Mr. Chirag Paswan and we met many MPs from Dalit community from north part of India. Everyone told me that yes, we have to fight against this judgment. But no one filed even review petition. Giving a statement against this judgment is all. So this sub-classification is very dangerous to the Dalits and tribes. If you agree this, if you go ahead like this, in future we cannot meet ourselves in the name of Ambedkar. You can work for your rights in Gujarat, I can fight for my rights in Tamil Nadu. We fight among Dalits only. You are superior than, I am superior than you, you are inferior than me, like this. This struggle will develop in future. So this is going on nowadays among Dalits. New Ambedkar identity, there is our icon. In the name of Ambedkar, in the name of his ideology, we can organize and consolidate all the people who are suffering. We have to work together to fight against this injustice. This is my opinion.
Sir, I have a question about know your opinion. How at a present condition, how to manage social?
To manage
Social movements.
So already you have some experience in our own land.
Yes, but I want to.
Yeah. So it's different from state to state. We are addressing all the issues against the Dalits in Tamil Nadu. Atrocities. There are many kind of injustice. Mainly we are focusing atrocities. We will organize people immediately and we'll have a rally or any protest suddenly. So the people will have faith on us. They have no any other demand. They want safety and security. They want protection. In the village level, if you go there, you can see still untouchability practices, discriminatory approaches. We cannot enter into the temple, we cannot enter into the lake. Even in Tamil Nadu it is going on in many villages, number of villages. Our movement is mainly focusing these issues. We are addressing, sometimes it is going against the ruling party also. Some contradiction will raise against DMK and our party. But we are facing, particularly this anti-liquor conference made a big controversy between DMK and DCK. DMK is the ruling party, they are running liquor shops legally. We are fighting against this. We close the liquor shops across the state. So controversy is there between DMK and DCK. But still we are with DMK. So we have to face like this. So, social movement is very easy, but political movement is very hard. Now we are trying to convert this movement as a political organization. We are admitting our kind of people from various communities. Muslims, Christians, non-Dalits. We are giving preference in our party structure, state level structure, 3-layer system. In every layer we are giving preference to women, non-Dalit and minorities. You have to apply for the post in the party. Now it is going on in our party. We are doing like this. So many non-Dalits, upper caste people, OBC people are interested to join in our party. So we have given, we have 4 MLAs. Among 4, 1 Muslim, 1 Baniya community. So we miss 2 MLAs non-Dalit, 2 MLAs from Dalit. This is political issues. It is very hard to manage. But if you go as a social organization, it is very easy to organize Dalit people. You can focus only on Dalit issues, Dalit people's rights, like that.
I have more questions. I have one question, and I'm going to repeat something you said, and if I'm misrepresenting what you said, you can correct me. But a lot of times conversation has come up about how solidarity is important, how within the caste there is an attempt to break it apart. And when you were answering that, you focused on the idea of, you will lose the number, right? But what I'm saying is that a more fear-based response than actually acknowledging that there is enmity in how the groups are working with each other? Is there a way to resolve that beyond simply saying, well, then we'll lose our number and completely lose power? Is there another way to resolve this conflict among us than to just say, but if we don't resolve it, then the others will gain power over us? So what is another way where you have more plural interests, where there is a representation of diverse identities, which we may want to talk about annihilating caste identities as a ultimate goal. But everyone, when they speak about these issues, they are very closely connected to this idea of community that they represent, the backgrounds that they have come from, right? So how do you talk about solidarity while acknowledging that these diverse identities can also coexist? Because this is something very similar to, when you listen to the narrative of nationalism during Indian independence, right? So where a lot of caste problems or Dalit problems were pushed to the side by saying, no, we have a bigger enemy to face up to right now. And so we need this solidarity to answer the bigger problem we have in the room. And a lot of interest-based politics then gets pushed to the side. So how can Dalit voices or depressed voices mobilize together, come together, but at the same time acknowledge everyone's issue? Because that's where the problem comes to, right? Where someone says that only your issues get the voice, not our issues. So what is an alternative approach to solidarity of mobilizing that makes everyone feels represented in the conversation?
So we'll have this as the last question, or if there are any more questions, we can take it together and then close the session.
Yeah, so the question is, he was making, so one thing is that the sub-classification, there is a fear that our strength and unity will be broken, and then we lose our strength will be broken, and then we become weak. But also she is saying, is there an alternative approach to this? Because what happens is that among the Dalits, there are subgroups which many times there are some groups, they don't get represented. Their aspirations, their needs and requirements are not met. So only maybe the numerically strong groups, they get represented and they get all the access to all the water.
No, that's not the question. Actually, that's not her question. Actually, she gave an example of British period that we have bigger problem. So, but I want to tell something about this. That when we face atrocity against Dalits, so why they perpetrate atrocity against Dalits? Why? Because they want to make sure that your empowerment is diminished. They want to isolate you politically, marginalize you. What was happening in Una? Why Dalits were targeted? Because they wanted to isolate Dalits from the mainstream. That was their agenda. So, and we Dalit, as a movement, in the movement, we always failed. We have failed to make our people understand that your atrocities is responsible for your alignment with Congress or BJP. If you people organize independently with the autonomy, then you can fight against the atrocity. And that is our failure. It is my failure as a Dalit leader, as a Dalit activist, that I failed to make my people understand that your political autonomy will give you empowerment. You will fight against the atrocity. That is why our people, even after the atrocity, Una atrocity, our great people joined Congress and joined BJP and even Aam Aadmi Party. They didn't think that now this is the time after Una atrocity, let us all Dalits of the Gujarat unite under one banner and let us fight independently. That is the reason. That is the thing.
More questions?
Only one single question I have, and this is for have you faced any mental untouchability in the parliament?
Mental.
Mental untouchability, because physical untouchable can.
At the intellectual level.
Yes.
Yeah. At the intellectual level, not physical untouchability, but somebody discriminating you in a very tacit manner.
I didn't feel like this.
Yeah, one question.
As a journalist, I want to ask you, what are you planning to do?
Okay, sir. Okay. We'll meet again.
What are you planning to, what is your agenda in the parliament, what you would like to achieve or what you would like to accomplish, or what are the issues you would like to raise in the parliament,
There are many issues.
which you are focused on?
According to the situations, being a two members party, it is negligible in the parliament house. If you are having this, you are treated as group. If you have 8 members, you are treated as party, like a parliamentary party. If you have 8 members, you will be treated as parliamentary party. Less than 5, treated as independent. So we cannot get enough time to discuss our issues. The last moment they will give 2 minutes or 3 minutes like that. They will share their own time, ruling party and opposition party and bigger parties, more MPs. So we cannot address whatever we feel in the house. Anyhow, based on the bill, based on the issues raised in the Lok Sabha,
Yeah, like caste census. You want to say something on that?
we are addressing these kind of issues.
What is your stand on that?
What?
What is your stand on that?
Caste census we are supporting. We are demanding. Caste census is very essential for OBC, not for scheduled caste. Already it is there. Scheduled caste and scheduled caste, it is already is there. So this is not the question of Dalits and tribes. This is question of OBC. But we are extending our support for this demand. The OBC leaders always with the Sangh Parivars, national level. OBC leaders always with Sangh Parivars. They are criticizing BJP, they are criticizing RSS, but knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, they are with Sangh Parivars only. Ideologically, they are with Sangh Parivars. So they can achieve their goal, Sangh Parivars. So now some radical leaders from OBC are demanding caste census. Even Congress also for caste census. Rahulji is raising this issue all over the nation. It is essential now. Based on this population, vast population, the reservation must be allocated proportionately. The proportionate reservation is very important now. They are giving one some of lump of
Judgment of Krishnamurti.
okay.
Judgment of Krishnamurti.
Yeah.
The reservation must be proportional.
Proportionate. Only one judge.
Another thing is that yes,
Okay.
sir, only last question.
Okay.
As a lawyer, do you ever been in that situation that FIR is registered before the police station and the accused directly go to the High Court and cause the FIR for causement of the FIR, and Justice
Investigation.
no, they are ordered like that.
Quasi.
Yes, IR may be granted and investigation is continued. Ultimately, yes. Ultimately, there is a situation that ultimately FIR is cost. As much not cost but cost. Have you ever been in their situation? And is there any all state have been this situation?
Even in Tamil Nadu, we are facing this situation. Yeah.
Then we should have to plan for that.
Bureaucrats,
Yes.
Maybe, yes.
Having anti-Dalit side.
Yes.
If you go there, they will advise as no affair, no.
Yes.
They don't even register.
Go and get compromised with them like that.
Because in the atrocity there is a provision to hurt the complainant. But before the hurt the complainant, the issue notice stay granted or IR is granted. Then where is the question of hurt the complainant?
Yes, yes.
Very serious issue. Yes.
We are facing in Tamil Nadu.
Yes. And another thing is that I preferring this wise. In the Gujarat High Court, there are 29 or 32 judges right now. As per my knowledge, from 1996, there are no judge of the High Court belongs to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So, how can we protect this type of scenario?
There is no reservation in high law courts.
Yes, we know, but at least
No reservation in professors, no reservation in vice chancellors, no reservation.
That's why I am preferring that this wise. It is my personal goal for all of the colleagues in this. Make advocates who conduct the matter in the High Court of Gujarat.
Yeah.
Even though I am not able to all the matters, and I am not able to conduct all the matters issues. Even though my English is not good, maybe, but in the Gujarat there are more than cases are involved by scheduled caste. Whether it is a question of land, whether it is a question of service discrimination, whether it is a question of criminal discrimination, whether it is a question of Article 36 to 51, you can say that. So it is my personal goal that at least from our side, only one advocate, we push that advocate to go to the High Court or Supreme Court. Then and then we can make the policy change as per my knowledge. If change, then say me.
Yeah, we are actually running short of time.
Yeah.
Only 2 seconds. 2 seconds for you and 2 seconds for you.
That's rather. I would rather write a better name.
2 minutes.
We want to appreciate Tamil cinema because Tamil cinema has concept of social justice, and Tamil cinema is giving proper space to Dalit character.
So last time we have done mass booking of Thangalan.
Okay.
Yes. So what do you say about Mari Selvaraj, Vetrimaran and Paranji?
Without reservation, they have done exceedingly well. You know, hats off. You know, I'm sorry, sir. I mean, it is not to say that we don't need reservation. But there is a reservation. They have done wonderfully well, and you know, everybody likes to see their movies because it's a publisher that picks actually. Anyway, that's a new genre, which is a very interesting thing, and I don't miss any one of them. They are all great movies. And I don't.
For your kind information, Vetrimaran is talking to Dalit. He is
Sorry?
MBC. He is MBC, but he is Dravidian ideologist.
Okay.
They are realist.
Yeah.
So he is talking about social justice.
But I think we shouldn't be. I would be headed by a politician than a movie mogul.
Yes. Whereas Bollywood and other cinema have been discriminating the Dalit character.
Yeah.
No, our assertion, our Dalit assertion itself dates back to 19th century. As sir said, it is 18, Paraya Mahajan Sabha was founded in 1891.
Yes.
So in Gujarat and other states it's much more recent. So we have a much longer history of Dalit assertion. So that's one of the reasons. And we also have a missionary activism which dates back to much before the 18th century. In some princely states like Travancore and even in the Madras province. So that is a privilege that the other states don't get, don't have. That's one part. Yeah, your question and then followed by your question.
I
And then
also have
we'll
one
close.
question.
So we can have it after the discussion.
Sir, don't you think that your party should raise the volume to abolish the coalition system? That my friend said that many of the people as belonging from upper caste, that they are having a dominant population, and they giving the order to us that that is a subcaste judgment. So don't you think that the coalition system should be abolished?
Collegium.
Yes.
Appointment of judges.
Coalition, appointment of the High Court and Supreme Court judges.
We are not supporting this kind of process.
So would you like to raise the volume of that in a parliament that should be abolished system of the coalition?
Actually, BJP was.
No.
BJP is supporting the coalition.
Ultimately supporting.
सर तमिलनाडु में जो रिजर्वेशन कोटा है वो 68% है 69 इनमें से 50% ओबीसी का कोटा है तो वो कैसे हो गया वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का तो जो जजमेंट है कि 50% के ऊपर नहीं जाना चाहिए और गुजरात में 27% है तो गुजरात में 50% करने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए
50% reservation எப்படி குஜராத்ல கொண்டு வரது தமிழ்நாடு மாதிரி ஏன்னா குஜராத்ல வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்குது 27% தான் இருக்குது OBC தலித் and ஆதிவாசி சேர்த்து 27 தான் இருக்குது 27 OBC alone 27 so he is asking how to அதான் and also it is put in the 7th schedule which cannot be 8th schedule so एक अलग स्केड्यूल में उन्होंने उसको रखा है ताकि उसका रिव्यू जजमेंट न हो कोर्ट
तमिलनाडु में वो करने के लिए क्या
नहीं ये लोग नहीं करेंगे ना आपके पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं
I don't want you to respond to it immediately. I would like you to think about it and look at it as an issue that you may raise in Parliament at some point of time. Number one, this is a matter in which you are involved for a long time, namely the Sri Lankan Tamil. First one I want to pick up on is the treatment of Tamil Nadu fishermen by the Sri Lankan lady. In fact, even in Gujarat, in some trade here, Gujarati fishermen are regularly arrested and they are made to spend about 7 years, 8 years in Pakistani prisons. We have the same problem in Tamil Nadu. Now, the simple solution is in my opinion, we should have, Government of India should have a treaty with Sri Lanka that says we will share the territorial waters in that disputed area. And Sri Lanka, fishery industry is not so well developed because of the unrest. Under the law of the sea convention, they should decide on the total allowable catch. Sri Lankans do not have the capability. They have allowed Chinese people to cuddle at times. They grow it here, and the Chinese company, it's a sedentary species under the meaning of the law of the sea. It is shipped to London every day by a plane. The local fishermen get something like 5 pounds, and that dish is sold in London restaurants for 20 pounds. Now, my only thing is, none of us have been demanding that Union of India should negotiate a treaty. With Pakistan, it may not be possible. Certainly, Government of India may not be able to avoid. But Sri Lanka, I am sure that they live on our money. So if the Foreign Affairs Ministry insists that you should have a treaty, I think we will be better off. I think I will write you also to send me in a more elaborate way. 2, this cannot happen if we stick on to our old thing, namely Kachatthivai மீட்டெடுப்போம். கொடுத்ததை கேட்டால் அடுத்தது பகை. If we demand back something that I had given you, what will follow is enmity between us actually. Okay, we have given, and I am sure that we have expressed a lot of views on that, and I respect that. That's one. And I am done, and I probably write a detailed to services, my WhatsApp when we regularly communicate with her actually. 2, Citizenship Amendment Act. I know that you have been opposing it tooth and nail. I'm very doubtful. And we know the Indian polity, and we know the constitution of the Supreme Court. Even best of the judges, somebody will say that substitute judgment in the share of the minor minerals case is the biggest thing that can happen for Indian federalism. Okay, but I am not getting into it. That's a separate topic. In the Citizenship Amendment Act, if you are a Hindu wanting to migrate from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Burma, you will be entitled for citizenship. Okay, and you have been opposing that excluding Muslims is a bad thing. But I must tell you, sir, that Muslims are not excluded. The state always has the power to grant them asylum and convert the asylum into citizenship. But unfortunately, what has happened is, Hindus of Sri Lanka are not entitled for this. This to me is blatantly discriminatory, and I would like to a party to, I know that your stand is totally different.
I didn't know this.
My point would be, the Hindus from Sri Lanka are denied citizenship, even if they are. This is something that you could do.
Being a Tamil.
Huh? Because that is polemical. I don't think I have come here to speak that in Gujarat. Probably I will move in Delhi if there is a good opportunity.
BJP and RSS people will not treat Tamils as Hindus.
Yeah. No. That's why I think Parakarpaya had been saying we should not call it as a Hindu Aranilaya Tamil Aranilaya. I was at Chittanavasal and Pasumalai in the last 2 days. Lucky that archaeological survey has taken over. So it was great meeting you, and I have been an admirer of you from a distance, and I have been following you right from the time you were in politics. And I am glad I had an opportunity to interact with you. And sure, I will communicate my views on these 2 things. I will write you an elaborate note. I would request you to get it up with the Ministry of External Affairs.
They have the
minimum they should do is, they have a concession from
high officials from fishermen department and police. We asked them, why don't you arrest Tamil fishermen when they trespass?
Oh, yeah.
Why they are arresting our Tamil Nadu fishermen? You can arrest before they entry.
ரெண்டு patrol boat கூட அவங்க விட்டாங்க. They don't even have 2 patrol boats. And simple.
There is no provision legally, so we cannot arrest.
There's not many reasons they want that. They trade with the current in the ocean. They just follow a school of fish. So unwittingly it happens actually. Solution is, you fish in my water, I fish in your water. If you think that my restaurant are fishing more, they give you money.
It is there.
Yeah.
That's what they are arresting our Tamil Nadu.
But
They are crossing their.
sir, we can have a simple GPS fixed, which will indicate our fishermen that they are staying. And I am sure that she is impatient and I am also. I appreciate, I know that, he will also have to like.
Just a 2-minute vote of thanks.
Yeah.
Formal vote of thanks, and then we will continue. Whoever has the time can talk with us. Yeah. So it has been a wonderful evening, and I thank each and everyone here who had just hold this program together, because I know all of you have been waiting since 4 o'clock, because that was the official time announced in the poster. And then I would like to thank Dr. Selvi, who has been the main inspiration behind me organizing this, trying to get in touch with people. And especially I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the HDRC of St. Xavier's College, as well as the Jesuit community here in Gujarat, and in small fishing hamlets, Muttam. There is a fishing hamlet called Muttam. So we used to have prayers in their churches, led by the priest, praying for the fishermen who have been arrested by the Sri Lankan police patrol. When we actually visit these places when I was a youngster. So
My
these
friend
prayers,
was the priest, MC Lopez.
yes, yes. So we have a wonderful Jesuit community, a Christian community that really has the intention of serving the people. So we would thank Father Anthony Pichai. I could only talk to him yesterday, and then he readily agreed, and he was here at 4 o'clock sharp. And we also had our principal of this college, Father Vinayak Xavier, Vinayak Jadhav also coming here at 4, but then he had other appointments, so he had to leave. So thank you one and all, and especially I would like to thank Dr. Thirumavalavan, Member of Parliament, for giving us, sharing his valuable time to us, and also making it a point that he arrives here and addresses all of us. It's such a great privilege. Thank you so much. We'll have a picture together and then
அவங்க கொஸ்டின் கேட்க போறாங்கண்ணா, அவங்க கொஸ்டின் கேட்க போறாங்க. கொஸ்டின் கேட்க போறாங்க.
Please, I'll be trying.
This side, basically like this side.
Yes,
ஃபோட்டோகிராஃப் சார், ஃபோட்டோகிராஃப் சார், குரூப் ஃபோட்டோவா? ஓகே.
கொஞ்சம் பேர் உட்காரலாம், கொஞ்சம் பேர் நிற்கலாம்.